Local business owners, if you need more leads, more appointments, and more sales, I'll help you install an entire online lead.
If a person came to me and said, John, if there's of my life, what skill would you encourage me to develop? I would say you need to develop your communication skills. And the reason for that is very simple. It's through the act of communication that we persuade people. You remove that. What I've always said is leadership is very visual. People do what people see. And so,
A wildfire is raging in California north of Sacramento, and it has torched more than 2,000 acres. This region is also battling high temperatures, including an
I'm Sarah Fragani with KENS 5 News Now. A Northwest Side neighborhood is shaken up overnight when a 17-year-old is found dead. Neighbors heard gunshots around 4 in the morning. When they walked outside, they found the 17-year-old lying dead in the middle of Santa Ana Street. Police say the boy was shot 3 times. They say neighbors didn't see the actual shooting, they only heard it. So right now they're hoping to find doorbell video that could lead them to the shooter. And a second shooting has a West Side homeowner in the hospital now. He was shot by someone who'd stopped to urinate on his sidewalk. According to police, the man pulled over in front of the home on Zupan Lane Tuesday night and decided to make his own bathroom. The homeowner came out and confronted the guy. That's when police say he pulled out a gun and shot the homeowner in the arm before taking off. The victim in his 30s was taken to the hospital and is expected to be okay. No word on the man who attacked him. A shooting at the Dominion is under investigation as one person is now in the hospital in critical condition. Police confirmed a man shot his roommate, then shot and killed himself Tuesday night at the Dominion Apartments. Police have not said a motive and did not release any other information. We'll have updates on KENS5.com. Some shocking and horrifying images posted to the popular neighborhood app Nextdoor are prompting an investigation by the Bexar County Sheriffs. 2 piles of dead dogs found dumped along Priest Road in far southeast Bexar County. People living in Elmendorf and Sandy Oaks discovered them. Some of the dogs have gunshot wounds visible in the pictures. We spoke with the woman who posted the photos on Nextdoor.
Heartbroken to see them like that. Would see these dogs every day for the past week running around playing.
Anyone with information about the dogs is asked to call the Bexar County non-emergency line at 210-335-6000. A judge has spoken. Demolishing the First Baptist Church in Sutherland Springs is not happening this week. The church is where Texas's deadliest mass shooting took place in 2017. 4 years later, church members voted to demolish the church, but victims' family members filed a lawsuit to stop it. Church members were told Tuesday night it would be the last time they could visit the memorial. However, just hours before that deadline, a judge granted a temporary restraining order stopping the demolition for at least 2 weeks.
Personally, it's very heartbreaking because we all feel that their spirits are in there.
A judge will decide whether to extend that temporary restraining order on July 15th. Hemisphere is one of 6 San Antonio parks without a curfew, but that could change. Council members suggested a curfew from 11 p.m. or midnight through 5 a.m., saying that it would help reduce crime in the area. The CEO of Hemisphere agrees.
We want to make sure that we preserve that good reputation for a place for families and children to come and visit. That's what we're after.
What about the weirdos?
One council member is against the idea, and San Antonio police say Hemisphere is not a problem during the overnight hours. A city council vote is expected in August. If you're staying in town, prepare for a show of fireworks across San Antonio. The Woodlawn Lake Park will once again light up the sky for the Stars and Stripes.
Let's do that, fool. I'm down.
Tomorrow start at 11 a.m. until 9:30 p.m. with activities.
Well, we just reviewing the news right now.
Food trucks and vendors.
Reviewing the news,
actual HEB
reviewing
fireworks
everything that we
show
got
will
going
start
on.
at 9 p.m. A few things to keep in mind. No
E-bids, we
overnight
could get into
camping.
a lot of
Bring
stuff, bro.
trash
What
bags
you
and do
mainly
not
into,
block
bro?
the
We'll
driveways.
review it right now.
4th of July travel is expected to break records this year. The TSA says July 4th is usually when summer travel season peaks. Officials at the San Antonio International Airport say the days where you could arrive at the airport an hour before your flight and still make it on time are long gone. They say make plans to arrive at least 2 hours before boarding time. And if you're driving instead, good news is you're filling at the pump. According to AAA and Gas Buddy, the national average for a gallon of regular gas with $3.50 on Tuesday.
That's crazy, man. These little fools out here wilding, bro.
1 cent tomorrow,
they need to chill out,
which
bro.
makes the price of the pump the cheapest it's been on Independence Day in 3
For sure,
years.
bro.
To find the cheapest gas near you, check out the Gas Buddy app. And before you make weekend plans,
SA fools, I'm down with that, bro. We could talk about what's going on in San Antonio. Talk about this SA rap game. For sure, that's a bet, bro. We'll do a Saturday morning. So y'all look out for that Saturday mornings. We'll be going live, me and SA fools. Look out for that.
this Friday, watch out for Hurricane Beryl. The Category 4 hurricane is predicted to have a huge impact on us here in South Texas. Beryl now moves towards Jamaica after leaving behind a wave of destruction in Barbados. Many fishing vessels were destroyed in the Caribbean island, marking a massive loss to the country's fishing industry. Beryl is now expected to make its way to the Gulf of Mexico by Saturday. Meteorologist Paul Miralles has a timeline of when we could see the storm.
All right, at this point, Sarah, it looks like Beryl could make landfall as a Category 1 hurricane, northern Mexico or South Texas, Sunday going into Monday of next.
There are people who went through a stage of misusing a substance and then sort of grew out of it. Maybe it's akin to a child passing through the terrible twos.
But we begin tonight with that breaking news, sad news. Hinesville police say the 2 missing Liberty County firefighters were found dead in Tennessee. Reagan Anderson and Chandler Kubander were both found inside Anderson's vehicle on Hollow Road in Cosby, Tennessee. Their bodies have been sent off for an autopsy. The Tennessee Bureau of Investigation says the investigation is ongoing. Cott County is nearly 400 miles north of Liberty County. Police had said early on in the investigation that they might be heading towards Gatlinburg. That's about an hour west of where they were found today. The pair had been missing since June 24th. Family members say the 2 firefighters were romantically involved for years, but recently broke up. The saga seems to have begun last Saturday. That's when Anderson, according to Pooler police, confronted Kubander at Olive Garden. He was on a date with another woman. She was arrested after keying his car. The following Monday, Kubander told his mom his ex-girlfriend Anderson wouldn't stop blowing up his phone. Less than 2 hours later, video shows Kubander leaving the gym but not returning to his car. At that same time, Anderson's car was spotted in the same lot. But by Wednesday, Hinesville police alerted the public about the pair, saying their last.
Damn, that's sad. That's what we were looking at yesterday.
The victims of a double murder at a Chick-fil-A restaurant, a father of 4 providing for his family in Central America, and a grandmother who leaves behind a grieving family here in North Texas. Brian Godoy and Patricia Portillo were victims of what Irving police are calling a targeted shooting. They both worked at the Chick-fil-A where they were killed. The suspect's wife also worked there. She was the one who actually identified her husband as the murderer. Fox 4's Peyton Yeager with more from the victims' families and friends tonight. Peyton.
Hell yeah,
Steve, and these 2 grieving families are still trying to figure out why the shooting took.
Yes, sir. I still shoot music videos. That's the camera right there. And then me and Verse will be shooting videos too.
Place here inside the Irving Chick-fil-A. One family is working to have a proper burial in Guatemala. Another family is trying to raise funds for a funeral next week here in North Texas. Friday, fresh flowers surround photos of the 2 Irving Chick-fil-A employees shot and killed while on the job Wednesday. 31-year-old Brian Godoy, a father of 4 from Guatemala, has now been identified as one of the victims. The second, 49-year-old Patricia Portillo, a mother and a grandmother. 37-year-old Oved Bernardo Mendoza Argueta, a citizen of El Salvador, is charged with capital murder. Argueta is also on an immigration hold, according to ICE.
Man,
Irving
we got
police
all this
believe
shit, bro.
Argueta carried
All these
out a
motherfuckers coming
targeted
over here.
attack at the restaurant off MacArthur Boulevard in the Las Colinas neighborhood. Police revealed Argueta's wife works at the Chick-fil-A, and she positively identified her husband as the gunman.
Hey,
But
shout
police
out
have not said
H-Town.
why
I'm
the
from
two
San
were
Antonio, bro. What's
targeted
good?
or what led up to the
You
shooting.
smart as hell, E-Biz.
Friday, Fox 4 learned new details about the 2 victims. Godoy leaves behind a wife and family in Guatemala. Elizabeth Godoy sent Fox 4 pictures and videos of her husband with his children. In a statement, she told Fox 4, "We depended fully on him. We don't have more family."
Okay, boys, listen up. It's your mother's birthday, and I think it'd mean a lot to her if you guys made her a nice dinner. Okay, so I don't care how you get it done or who does what. Okay, your mother does a lot for you. All right. So
And there are 4 cans in the water.
A scramble to save lives in Ocean City, prompted by panicked calls for help.
9th Street on the beach, there's people screaming, and we need lifeguards immediately. Someone's getting pulled out into the ocean.
Surveillance and police body camera videos providing a dramatic look at what unfolded.
I was driving off with your life.
4 people initially got caught in life-threatening rip currents around 9:30 Saturday morning, half an hour before beaches were guarded for the day.
I think my husband might be driving.
5 Good Samaritans.
We're also working some breaking news.
A shooting turning deadly in Miami. And let's get right up now to Local 10's Laren Livingston live on the scene for us. And Laren, what's happening out there right now?
Still a very active homicide now investigation. I'm going to direct your attention to that black Escalade there you see in the
Dang,
street,
she got it
Calvin. You can see bullet holes there in the windshield. And from what witnesses are telling us, police are still kind of trying to piece this together, detectives are. But what witnesses tell us, this was some sort of drive-by situation. And not only did these people drive by, but they came back again to finish the
It's
job.
one of them new cars, bro. It's always one of them brand new
Beyond the
SUVs
crisscross
that get
of
all
Miami,
shot up.
police tape
What's good,
a man
cuz?
dead in the middle of the street. Northwest
Hey,
7th
I
Avenue,
seen that, bro.
58,
That
shut
woman.
down. Onlookers seemed to break down.
Dum dum dum. It died down there. The rest came rapidly.
Did she get arrested?
Did you see anybody get out? Did you see? Was it in a car? Somebody running?
I ain't see it.
You just heard the shot.
I just heard the shot. By the time I came out from my house and I came around the corner, Buddy was on.
Tonight, a video out of San Antonio is going viral with millions of views. It shows 3 children, including an infant, getting rescued from a hot car.
Yeah, the video is painful to watch and listen to as one child appears to struggle just to breathe.
Police tell KENS 5's Mike Jimenez the children were in the vehicle for nearly an hour before a Good Samaritan stepped in.
The woman who saved the children didn't want to be identified, but says she wants to raise awareness about the dangers of leaving children in a hot car.
Okay, it's okay. You need some water?
A child struggles to breathe after being left in a hot car
They
while
call
police
CPS
say his
on that
mother
woman?
was
Did she get
shopping
arrested?
inside a store. This happened Friday afternoon at a shopping center on 281 in Thousand Oaks as temperatures reached nearly 100 degrees.
Leaving children or other individuals who are at risk in a car in this climate and this high of temperature is always the wrong decision.
Dr. Fred Campbell, Associate Professor of Medicine with UT Health San Antonio, says there's no way to predict how quickly someone will suffer from a heat-related illness, heat stroke, or death.
Brain damage from the effect of extreme
She was
temperature
shopping, bro.
elevations would be
She was
expected,
there shopping
which
like an
affects
idiot.
respiratory drive,
stuff.
as well as an adverse effect on many vital organs such as the kidneys, the lungs, the heart.
The woman who rescued the children says she parked next to the car and noticed a boy in the front seat. The door was not locked, so she opened it. Inside the vehicle with the 4-year-old boy were 2 other children, including a 2-year-old and a 1-month-old infant in the back seat.
There's a baby back here.
Police say their mother, 33-year-old Angela Garza Amador, left the children in the hot car for nearly an hour. She did eventually come out of the store and told police she didn't notice how long she was in the store. Dr. Campbell says if you ever see anyone or even pets in that situation, call 911.
So immersion
People are so
in cold
dumb,
or
bro.
ice
And then
water
she's
is
literally like,
considered
I
to
had the
be
car on. I had the
essential,
car on, but like you had the
and that would
keys
be
in your
best
hand too. That's what I heard. Like,
executed
bro, you
by
like,
emergency medical personnel.
Garza Amador was arrested and is facing 3 charges of abandon.
good. This woman is stupid, bro. Like, look, this is the face of idiocy right here. Like, this lady was endangering children to go shop, to go buy some items. You're shopping, and your kids' well-being is at stake. And now they're gonna be property of the state because you didn't know how to freaking take them off. Maybe because they were sleeping probably, and you don't want to wake them up. It don't even matter, bro. Even if you leave on the car with the AC, bro, why would you leave your kids in a car that nobody's even old enough to watch each other? You just got one kid watching another kid watching another kid. I would never. Yeah, same here. Cause this lady, this stupid idiot right here, decided, okay, let me just go into the store. Let me just go into the store real quick, and I'm gonna leave my kids in a car. I'm gonna have the keys. Even if you're being real quick, even if you're being like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, it doesn't matter. That time is ticking before their kidneys and their organs start failing and start cooking from the inside out. Like they're inside of a freaking vehicle. Like, I don't understand these people. I don't understand why they're so stupid, and why the hell are they coming out of San Antonio, man? Anytime you see, for real, anytime you see me, you see my daughter, period. Hey, that's the way it needs to be, because I already know how you are, because I already know your daughter's good. She has nothing to worry about. But it's females like this that give everybody in SA, not just the females, everybody in SA a bad name. And I'm stamping that.
And child endangerment. She was released after posting bond.
Police tell us the children were taken to the hospital to be checked out. One was suffering from heat-related issues, but all are expected to be okay and are now in the custody of Child Protective Services.
Ooh.
Micah Menace, KINS.
SubMagic is hands down my favorite tool for creating captions on my
One
short
bad
videos.
decision,
now,
bro.
If you make
Now
videos
you get
for
to
social
party
media,
and do
you
all
know
that
how much
shit
of a
now.
pain
Like,
it is to.
now that's what you wanted, right? You wanted to be. You didn't want to have that responsibility. Now you get to do that.
Just a short time ago, we were told that the scene on Foster Road is connected to another large police scene about 8 miles away on Dakota Street. KINS 5 reporter Meredith Haas is live there. So Meredith, what are you learning tonight?
Yeah, well, a sergeant tells us that that shooting suspect from Foster Road actually drove all the way here up to that scene. You see right there, that police presence is, SAPD is trying to get someone out of that home, but they say whoever was involved in the shooting on Foster Road, they drove all the way here, left their car on Dakota
What's up,
Road,
Chantel?
and
How
then
you doing?
They went into a home on Walter Street. That's where police were then surrounding the area, and at least 5 or 6 people came out with their hands up,
It's
and
ignorance,
they were detained
and literally
by
it is.
SAPD.
Or
Now,
it might
SAPD
be lack of
cannot
education,
confirm
for
who
real.
that suspect is tonight, as they are still questioning everyone who turned themselves over. But everyone who came out said that there was still someone in the home. So that's what police are trying to figure out right now. They have a drone up in the air. They have multiple units trying to get someone out. But as to whether someone is in the home, they're still trying to figure that out as well. So we're talking
Look at
with
the neighbors just
officials to
outside,
figure
man. San
out what's
Antonio, we
happening
some
here. But
nosy
we know that
motherfuckers, but that's
suspect
why
from
you better
Foster
be
Road
careful doing
drove
a crime
all
in
the way
San
over
Antonio,
here, abandoned
because
their car,
everybody's nosy.
went into the home, and now multiple people are being questioned.
And whatever happened to do when I mean, I remember when gangsters had respect, where it was like, man, if you did some shit, you left out women, you left out children. And if you go do whatever you do it by yourself, or you do it with somebody that, I mean, is damn near blood related to you. And But that's not it no more. Like it became, to be a snake is the cool thing to do. Like to be a slithery, slimy snake. That's what literally the cool thing to do now, and that sucks, man. No respect, no integrity.
Related to this incident on Foster Road. We'll bring updates
I live
live
down the
on
street
air
from
and
Foster
online
Road.
as they come in. Reporting on the east side, I'm Meredith Haas. Ken's
Crazy,
5.
man.
A very fluid situation. Thanks so
Video editing is hard, and it takes away your precious time. Don't be like this guy. Just use Gen. VideoGen generates videos for you using cutting-edge AI technology. Go from an idea to a video in one click.
Today, we're whipping up a classic spaghetti aglio e olio. Start by boiling al dente spaghetti.
Seriously, it only takes one click. Think of how much time you could save, how much more you could grow on social media, how many more ad creatives you could A/B test. You're just one click away from experiencing VideoGen's magic yourself. Click the link below or around this video, sign up for free, and generate your first video in under 30 seconds. Join over 500,000 users, from professionals.
Live from Fox 13, this is breaking news.
And we begin tonight with breaking news in Seattle. A young teen is dead after being shot tonight in South Seattle.
And the suspect sped off on I-5 North, leading to a pursuit all the way up
up, my
into
brother?
Snohomish County.
What's up,
We've
Mr.
got a
Shadow?
crew headed to Everett, where they cornered the suspects outside a local pub.
E-bids, yes,
But we
that's
begin
the
tonight with
Mafia's
Fox 13's
101
Dave
for real,
Detling.
bro.
And Dave, you're at
that's
Central
not
Park
in
near
here no
Beacon
more.
Hill, where this all
That's out the
started.
window.
So what can you tell us so far?
This generation.
Good evening. Well, SPD saying that the shooting did not take place inside Central Park. It actually happened just outside the park's perimeter. That is Rockery Drive South. You can see a very active police presence right now. We've got police on scene combing for evidence. Talking to one witness off camera, he tells me he was making dinner inside a nearby condo and heard one single gunshot. Police confirming that. Witnesses telling them the same exact thing. They heard one gunshot just after 8 o'clock. That is according to witnesses. And then suspects took off in a vehicle. And we do know and have confirmed with SPD that there was a pursuit. Guardian 1 did monitor and follow the suspect's vehicle. It's believed that 3 people were inside, and we're told that 3 people have been detained in Everett in Snohomish County. Again, they do.
New information tonight about the murders of 5 people in North Las Vegas. Police now say 47-year-old Eric Adams also took his ex-girlfriend hostage. Detectives also revealing more on the relationships between the multiple victims. 24-year-old Kayla Harris was his ex-girlfriend's daughter. The daughter's 22-year-old friend Jeanette, who family identified to News 3.
3 neighbors were also killed. 20-year-old Christopher Damien, who left an upstairs apartment to intervene after hearing a fight in the downstairs apartment. His grandmother, Damiana Moreno, and his mother, Amy Damien, were also murdered. Police say Adams then went upstairs and killed them. He also shot Christopher's 13-year-old sister, who is still fighting to stay alive. North Las Vegas police say the shooting started during an argument between Adams and his ex-girlfriend. They were in her downstairs apartment at the Craig Ranch Villas. Our Kristen Drummond joins us live outside that complex near Craig and Commerce with the latest. Kristen?
Well, Jim and Marie, this is a domestic violence situation. North Las Vegas police say after the shootings, Adam took his ex-girlfriend away from here. They drove away and he held her as hostage, but she did manage to escape and find a Metro police officer who was able to help her. Meanwhile, family and friends of all of the victims gathered here last night for a vigil. You can see the remnants left over of these candles, remembering all of the people in this case, including 20-year-old Christopher Damien, who was just a neighbor going downstairs to try and help.
You know, many cases where an abuser has come to confront the victim and there are innocent bystanders who are killed in that situation.
Beth Fleury works at Safe House, a domestic violence agency in Clark County. The executive director tells me domestic violence can extend to neighbors, as seen in the deadly North Las Vegas shooting. Police say 20-year-old Christopher Damien tried to intervene after hearing an argument in the apartment downstairs. The accused gunman, 47-year-old Eric Adams, killed him. Flory knows that can cause some to hesitate now getting involved during a domestic violence situation.
I ignore it.
We don't want somebody to be afraid to
nobody.
intervene because that could save a life.
What should someone do if they hear an argument and want to try and intervene?
I think it's important to assess the safety of the situation.
North Las Vegas police say Adams shot and killed his ex-girlfriend's daughter, Kayla Harris, her girlfriend, and Damien in the downstairs apartment. Adams accused of going upstairs and killing Damien's mother and his grandmother, as well as shooting his 13-year-old sister. Police say 2 other teens were also in the apartment but were not hurt.
He knew what he was doing. He knew that what it cost. He knew that he went upstairs and did what he had to do. He didn't have to go there.
Family and friends gathering at a vigil Wednesday night to mourn the losses. News 3 learning Damien is a friend of Harris.
They played with each other. They enjoyed each other's time. And it was a straight friendship, a great friendship.
A friendship gone. The gunman's decision now causing a ripple effect impacting 2 families. Flory encourages neighbors to watch out for one another to prevent situations escalating.
I encourage victims to remember that your neighbors can be part of your safety plan.
Now, court records show Adams does have a criminal history, including domestic violence. He was also found guilty of battery more than a decade ago and did spend some time in prison here in Nevada. Reporting live in North Las Vegas, I'm Kristen Drummond, News 3. Jim and Marie.
All right, Kristen, thank you for the update.
According to the Nevada Coalition to End Domestic and Sex.
Did y'all hear about that woman that was like just shopping and got shot?
Being a
killed?
DJ is more than just knowing how to beat match. It's an art, a mission. This is the Pete Tong DJ Academy.
I think YouTube
Welcome
will,
to the
bro.
Pete Tong DJ
YouTube
Academy, where we'll teach you all the technical aspects of
they
DJ.
still got a long ways to go, I think, right? YouTube before
Well,
they say they want to keep up with TikTok, but I think they're leading, man.
And 4
YouTube.
others in a North Las Vegas apartment says the justice system failed her.
Marcia Harris says she endured years of physical abuse at the hands of Eric Adams. Records show he has a lengthy criminal history.
And Fox 5's Victoria Saha has been following the story for us.
That's crazy,
Victoria
bro.
joins us in studio.
Like
her
you mad at your girl,
interview
bro?
with
Shoot your girl. Don't go
Marcia
shoot
Harris
everybody
is still
else just
coming
because
to terms
you're
with the fact
mad.
that the man she once loved carried out the killings. As you heard from her last night right here on Fox 5, she was certain she was going to be the next victim. Court records show Adams had run-ins with the law while with her, many of them related to domestic violence.
The first 2 years were beautiful.
Marcia Harris met Eric Adams in the beginning of 2020.
It was like out of nowhere, he became this monster.
Special report from ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
There's breaking news tonight. Charges filed in the murder of retired Chicago police officer Larry Newman.
The 73-year-old was shot and killed outside his West Garfield Park home last Thursday. A news conference getting underway right now at police headquarters. Let's take a listen.
Chief of Detectives, Antoinette City. Members
Yo,
of the
what's
Area
up, Daniel?
4
What's up,
Detective
Real?
Division.
What's up, Mr.
Cook
Shadow?
County State's Attorney
What's
Kim
up,
Fox.
E-Biz? What's up, Cat?
Deputy Mayor of Community Safety Gary and Gatewood, and 28th Ward Alderman Jason Irvin. We're here today to announce first-degree murder charges against a 16-year-old male offender in the murder of a 73-year-old man, Larry Newman. Larry Newman was a U.S. Marine veteran and retired CPD explosives technician. He retired as the longest-serving explosives technician with the Chicago Police Department Bomb Squad. He dedicated his entire professional life to protecting others. As he moved into retirement,
Looking for a broker that can match your drive and ambition? Don't settle for second best.
Good afternoon, everyone. We begin 13 News at noon with breaking news. A missing 14-year-old boy and the son of former Colts player Daniel Muir has been found safe this morning by Indiana State Police in Logansport. Bryson's parents, Kristen and Daniel Muir, now both arrested. Kristen faces a preliminary charge of obstruction of justice. Daniel faces preliminary charges of obstruction of justice and domestic battery. Right now, our Rich Nye is in Logansport outside of Cass County Jail following the latest developments. And Rich, what have you learned so far?
Karen, Daniel and Kristen Muir are currently in the Cass County Jail awaiting a hearing. That happens at 1 o'clock here in the Cass County Government Building behind me. And at that hearing, they'll find out if perhaps they will get a bond so that they could post bond and be released today before the July 4th holiday. Now, early this morning, the Indiana State Police SWAT team, they executed a search warrant on this property about 6 a.m. This is in Logansport. This is where the Muir family lives. The property is owned by Servant Leaders Foundation. The religious group that lives in here is called Stray Indiana Goshen. Daniel Muir is the pastor and the leader of that group. Bryson's grandmother reported alleged abuse of the 14-year-old boy back on June 16th while he was visiting her home in the Cleveland, Ohio area. She provided a photo to police of Bryson with a black eye and a swollen face. And she said Bryson told her
that Tim was found, though. That's pretty cool. They found that boy safe.
He deserved. She believed the abuse happened on the Logansport property, and police have been trying to locate the boy for 18 days. It appears Bryson was likely here on this property the whole time, but the parents were not cooperating with the investigation and allegedly backed out of a meeting with the state police last Friday to bring Bryson to investigators to talk about the investigation. That led police to getting that search warrant this morning and going onto the property. And again, Bryson was found. He is safe and well, and police say that the parents were taken into custody without incident.
Just nothing but positive vibes. Here we are, trying to find this child, make sure that he's alive and well, and ultimately after 3 weeks of, reaching out, he was found, located, so definitely win in our books.
Daniel Muir was arrested for domestic battery and obstruction of justice. His wife, Kristen, was arrested.
I used to spend hours searching for the best deals on flights and hotels, but no matter how hard I tried.
Now to the new development in Donald Trump's hush money case. The judge has delayed sentencing the former president as he considers a request by the defense to void the conviction after the Supreme Court's ruling on presidential immunity. Aaron Katursky here with the latest. Good morning, Aaron.
And good morning to you. George Trump was supposed to be sentenced next week after he was convicted here in New York of falsifying business records. The judge has now pushed that until September 18th so he can consider whether the Supreme Court's ruling on presidential immunity has any bearing on the case. The Supreme Court granted Trump immunity from prosecution for official acts, covering up hush money to adult film actress Stormy Daniels. Hardly sounds like an official act, but Trump's lawyers said the verdict should be thrown out, arguing the Supreme Court's opinion means some evidence should never have been put before the jury. And they said that includes the testimony of former White House Communications Director Hope Hicks and several of Trump's tweets after the court limited the kinds of evidence that can be used at a trial of a president. Prosecutors said, although we believe defendants' arguments to be without merit, we do not oppose this request to delay sentencing. George, this is all new. Judge Juan Merchan is going to be the first to grapple with this sweeping Supreme Court opinion, and he said he would decide sometime in early September. George.
Okay, Aaron, thanks very much. Let's go to Gio.
All right, George.
Why did you strike your shoulder?
Cutting my shoulders.
What's up with this hurricane shit? 2 questions you can meditate on all day about any present moment.
Local business owners, if you need more leads, more appointments, and more sales, I'll help you install an
We're going to go to some breaking news. A police pursuit underway for a possible murder suspect connected to that shooting in Newport Beach.
Desmond Shaw is live in SkyCal with the latest for us. Desmond.
Copy. Oh, Amy and Juan, this is a very dangerous pursuit here as we're getting into the height of afternoon rush hour westbound on the 105. You can see here, look at this, over 100 miles an hour on the left-hand shoulder in the center divider. They're blasting by some pretty slow traffic on this one. So this is the one that Mike was just telling us about that began in Orange County, we believe was a suspected shooting at the Fashion Island Mall.
Oh.
And it was Newport PD. Well, I think he might have
Did
gone
you
up
see
against
that?
the
Yeah.
Yeah, they
divider
just
right
killed
there.
they killed a
Yeah,
69-year-old
pretty
woman.
Scary, almost lost control. So we believe that there may be multiple people in the car, obviously suspected to be armed and dangerous. It was Newport PD that was behind them on the ground, but there are no ground units directly behind the suspect at this point. Huntington Beach was lending their helicopter from the air as we're now over to the far right-hand shoulder. Pretty desperate suspect here. I think I see maybe a little bit of damage from brushing up against the center divider here. So we are westbound on the 105, and we may be exiting the freeway here at Paramount, Juan and Amy.
These people are
Yeah,
so
and we should
dumb,
remind
bro.
our viewers that
You
might
got a
not have seen the top of the
helicopter
show that this
following your
was a
ass.
shooting that happened at Fashion Island Mall in Newport Beach around 3:30 this afternoon.
Right, 3:39 p.m. is what time they got that call. Metronet Dispatch, which handles the dispatching for Newport Beach Fire, tells me that they did not transport anybody and that somebody
Out of the
did
car.
die.
Oh, here we
they're
go.
getting
Foot
out.
bail.
Out of the car.
They're running.
Yep, out and running. Yep. We've got multiple suspects. Is this guy holding a gun? Well, he got something in his hand here. But they are out. You see one of them wearing a mask as well. They are out and running at the top of the Paramount off-ramp now, making this turn on to Paramount. We will stick with them here. But again, we did not see any authorities on the ground. Let's hope they're not going to try to carjack somebody right here as they run across traffic. And we'll just keep the map tracker up on this one now as they're on Lincoln Avenue. I believe this is going to be Lincoln
Man, they
Avenue.
really could have got away.
We'll see if the suspects split up.
They did.
They might be splitting up here. We're gonna stick with this one right here that we have that's running into the alley, running pretty fast. We'll see how far they can.
They got your ass already. You already caught, bro. You're on the
boy.
helicopter, bro.
My
You ain't gonna
pilot Dylan just
outrun
told
that
us that
helicopter,
this person
bro.
down here did just try to carjack somebody, allegedly. Now you can see up there looking at us. So we're in a backyard here. Pretty scary stuff with someone that we believe may be armed with a handgun.
And these are possible murder suspects, right, Mike?
Right. Yeah. I mean, these are homes. So before we got to where we're at now, before Desmond got overhead, they did stop and let several other people out of the car. So this is the second time they have stopped. So it's obviously unclear which one of these allegedly pulled the trigger, if that is any of these two people, or if the person who is accused of pulling the trigger took off first. But that's a phone in his hand.
Oh,
looks
no,
like, Des, yeah.
Yeah.
Going right up to
now
these
we do it.
houses. Of course, these
Let's
people may be unaware who is in their backyard and how dangerous this is if, in fact, this is the person with a gun. We did say that it looked like it was a phone, but we do know that there was a shooting earlier. We don't know which of the suspects was involved in that shooting, but we do know that they were all in the car. Mike, you mentioned that 2 had already gotten out, and 2 we just watched as 2 ran out, including that one that was in the
There's
gray
some action right there,
sweatsuit
Des.
in that backyard.
Oh, yeah, there he is right in the backyard. The good news is right now I'm looking, we've got Huntington Beach PD's helicopters over this, as well as CHP is now here too. So hopefully they can split up. And Des, now we've got a homeowner in the backyard.
I think it's that house right there.
Yes.
And I think he's under that awning, yeah.
No, you're good. Yeah, right under the awning. I think I just saw him here right up against the fence. And there is it looked like a husky in the backyard.
There's a resident
Here
right there.
is someone else. Yeah, this guy.
Oh, yeah,
that
he
guy
let his
wanted to know
dog
what all
out.
the commotion is. Yep, so you got dogs in both yards here. That's why, these suspects, sometimes they just go willy-nilly thinking they can hop in the backyard. They might really regret that, get the dog bite or something. But
And y'all ran
Huntington
over a
Beach
lady.
PD,
They ran over a
are aware of
lady,
this
a
from the air. It's just
69-year-old
white
woman
out,
that
though.
was just shopping,
I've not seen
walking to the
anyone
Barnes and
on the
Nobles
ground.
and got
The
ran
closest
over
unit that
by
I
these
saw was
fools.
actually an LA County Sheriff's deputy, but I'm not even sure that they were involved in this pursuit at all. We had heard that it was Newport Beach PD, but now in the backyard, as we're getting a little bit vertical here, we'll back off here once we get a second. But yeah, the 2 suspects split up, it looks like, into varying backyards here, just off of Harding and Paramount Avenue, guys.
And a lot of homes in this neighborhood, too, of course. We're watching you here on the right side of your screen here. This is where these two suspects just foot bailed. They saw some traffic there as they were trying to get off the freeway, and they started running, splitting up for just a little bit of time, and now ending up in possibly inside a home here or in the backyard of a home here in this area here, which is the area of Harding Avenue and Hoover Avenue in the Southgate, Los Angeles area. Very dangerous. If you are in this neighborhood, definitely you're going to be hearing the helicopters up above. You may hear some police making announcements over a loudspeaker, something to be concerned about, and make sure those doors are locked because you can see how quickly these guys move, and they can make it into your house before you know it.
And unfortunately, a pretty perfect opportunity for them with no law enforcement at all behind them. They gave them that opportunity to get out of the car and run. And, you know, the most problematic part is that they split up. So now we still have not seen any ground units, which is an incredibly long amount of time.
They found them
from
already.
the time they got out of the car.
Yeah, this is certainly a scary time for the folks that live in this neighborhood because, as we mentioned, necessarily know what's happening. Right. Didn't hear the sirens coming up. They might not hear the police. Unfortunately, helicopters above in LA, you know, aren't so uncommon. So.
Working American Airlines supervisor over Dock 1A, 1B, 737.
Traffic kind of getting out of the way, seeing this.
We're going to go to some breaking news. A police pursuit underway for a possible murder suspect connected to that shooting in Newport Beach.
Desmond Shaw is live in Sky Cal with the latest for us. Desmond.
Copy. Oh, Amy and Juan, this is a very dangerous pursuit here as we are getting into the height of afternoon rush hour westbound on the 105. You can see here, look at this, over 100 miles an hour on the left-hand shoulder in the center divider. They're blasting by some pretty slow traffic on this one. So this is the one that Mike was just telling us about that began in Orange County. We believe was a suspected shooting at the Fashion Island Mall.
Oh.
And it was Newport PD. Well, I think he might have
Did
gone
you
up
see
against
that?
the center
Yeah.
divider right there. Yeah, that was pretty scary, almost lost control. So we believe that there may be multiple people in the car, obviously suspected to be armed and dangerous. It was Newport PD that was behind them on the ground, but there are no ground units directly behind the suspect at this point. Huntington Beach was lending their helicopter from the air as we're now over to the far right-hand shoulder. Pretty desperate suspect here. I think I see maybe a little bit of damage from brushing up against the center divider here. So we are westbound on the 105.
Was a GTA Grand Theft Auto of a stolen Jaguar, still doing about $120 westbound on the 10 freeway, coming up on the East LA interchange any minute here. Still going over 110 miles per hour.
Man, that's a Porsche. That's a badass whip.
Is he in the interchange? I can't make out. It looks like he is in the LA interchange, transitioning now, possibly onto the 101 freeway, northbound 101. Northbound 101. Heading straight for downtown, over the LA River now.
Man, this dude is on the go.
All over the road, all over the freeway,
I don't know,
encountering
man.
a little bit of
It's
traffic
a
now,
Grand
slowing
Theft Auto.
down for the
Somebody
first
just stole a
time
whip.
as traffic is slowing down in front
They
of him.
stole that whip, that Porsche or whatever.
And he is all, did he just get off there? No,
think he
that's
gets
him. Yeah,
away
he
or
got
something.
off the freeway, off the 101 in Chinatown, coming up on Spring Street, a right turn southbound on Spring, coming up on downtown
That's
LA.
what I'm saying, bro. Like,
Light traffic
Once the
as he
helicopter
goes
got
south
your
of the
ass,
101 freeway.
you're done. You're done. You're done. If the helicopter got you, bro, you're
That
done.
is
There's no
City
way you can
Hall. Coming up on City
outspeed a
Hall.
freaking helicopter,
Didn't see him
bro.
come
There's
out the
no
other side
way.
of that building. Did he turn? You saw him?
They lost him. Oh, there he is.
There he is. There he is. Westbound Temple.
Like, bro, so you
Westbound
think you're
Temple
gonna
from
run,
City
bro,
Hall.
but
He
you're
was
gonna
at
get
Spring
caught
Street there,
eventually,
turned off,
bro,
and now
so
he's at a red light
give it
over the
up.
double yellow lines, and now he comes up on some cross traffic through the red light. Downtown LA, a high-speed pursuit of a stolen Jaguar, continuing now westbound Temple, and he is heading straight for the 110 freeway. Straight for the 110, going through every red light. A left turn, southbound Fig. This is going to put him onto the
Imagine
freeway.
the guy that has to talk for that. Like, oh yeah, here he goes, and he's going down Midwest, and I'm not going down. It's hard to do that. You got to figure out every single
Southbound
street.
Fig through downtown LA, and now it sounds like the CHP may be pulling off here. That's southbound Figueroa, yep. Southbound Fig, nobody behind him. A right turn, westbound 3rd.
He's out of there.
Getting onto the freeway, getting onto the 110. This is going to put him on the southbound side of the 110. Southbound 110 freeway in the heart of downtown LA, continuing now onto that entrance ramp.
Hey,
Southbound
shout out Rio
110
from Los
freeway,
Angeles,
CHP
bro.
trying to figure out
From San
where they lost him
Antonio,
here. They
doggy.
pulled back momentarily.
LA's crazy.
We're going to stick with it, continuing southbound 110 freeway through
sure.
downtown LA. Next interchange is going to be the 10 freeway, doing about 90 miles per hour.
It's over.
Flying. This guy is flying past everybody. Now upwards of 100, pushing 100 miles per hour. Southbound 110 freeway, coming up on the 10, coming up on the 10 in just about 10 seconds.
That
away,
boy
here
is
we go.
flying. That boy is out of there. Gone. But, bro, once the helicopter got your ass, you're done, bro. Once the helicopter got you, you're done. Now we gotta go. That boy's too damn fast, bro. Literally, man. He's gonna cause an accident or something. Like, that boy is just driving recklessly. That boy got somewhere to go right there. That boy got somewhere to go, somewhere to be, and somewhere to be at. He's late. He's running late. He just stole a car. He's out of there. Hey, Real, do you know exactly where this is in Los Angeles? Do you know?
Which agency?
Bro, that's what I'm saying. I wonder if there's ever been in history to where, like,
Which
if
agency?
somebody's
Which
gotten
area?
away. Like, I wonder that. I wonder if somebody's been able to shake the helicopter. Like, if you could shake a helicopter, bro, you're in a league of your own, bro.
Christina, you copy? Do you know which agency?
Out here in Los Angeles, people don't give a F no more. There are too many racist cops everywhere. I believe that.
You said Riverside Sheriff? Thank you. Mark and Giovanna, here we go. You said Riverside Sheriff?
This is crazy, bro. This is like weird. Like, it's like the calmest high-speed chase I've ever seen in my life. The calmest, the most laid-back high-speed chase ever in history is this one that we're watching right now.
High performance mark and high speeds upwards at some points of 125 mile per hour. This pursuit has gotten so dangerous, it's been in and out of pursuit mode. Started somewhere in the East LA area, possibly in Riverside
Bro, they just stole
County.
They stole the Porsche.
The Riverside County Sheriff's helicopter is up here with us, tracking this, what is believed to be a stolen Jaguar. Eventually, CHP got involved.
Jaguar.
They let it go. He made his way into downtown LA, got on the 101 freeway, then sped right through downtown LA, off the freeway, got onto the 110 freeway just a few moments ago, and again, flying at upwards of 100 miles per hour southbound on the 110 freeway. They lost him momentarily. Now, as I mentioned, the helicopter has a visual once again, but right now there's nobody behind this Jaguar. Now, we believe it's a stolen Jaguar. We know there's obviously a driver in there, but unclear whether there's anybody else in there with him at this point. But the driving has been not only very, very fast, but it's been extremely erratic, really weaving across lanes, going through red lights when he was on surface streets, and now showing signs of maybe getting off the freeway again here, using that shoulder to get around anybody in his way. Traffic's moving along here. It's not bumper to bumper, but you can see he is just desperate to flee as fast as he possibly can. He's really pushing the pedal to the metal in this newer model Jaguar, southbound 110 freeway through South LA. Giovanna and Mark.
Push the pedal to the metal.
This is the best tool to run a faceless YouTube channel and make extra income. It's called InVideo. Let me show you how to do it. First,
oh,
he's trying to squeeze through. Going to squeeze through here.
Man, that's a Jaguar. Look at that hole.
East on Manchester, under the 110 freeway. Now moving away from us here. He's under the freeway, under the overpass, right? He did not come out the other side. Did not come out the other side yet. This is always a tricky point. It's always a telltale sign if they're looking to dump the vehicle. Sometimes they will stop under the freeway. He's out of the vehicle. The vehicle's rolling. The vehicle is rolling into the intersection. He is on foot under that freeway. He is under the overpass, and there is nobody behind him. He may very well walk away from this crime. Now look at this. That Jaguar is moving on its own, bumping into that van. This is incredible. That driver's seat, by my observation, is empty, and now that Jaguar is coming to a stop there in the middle of the intersection at Manchester Boulevard at either Broadway or Main. They're just one block past the freeway there. And as for that driver, he may very well be long gone, guys. It's always difficult when this happens under a freeway overpass. There's no sign of it. Meanwhile, this car is still rolling along here in idle.
Oh, he got away.
Now, on several occasions, we did see debris fly out of the vehicle. Unclear what it was, if it was anything of importance, if it was evidence of some sort, if it was drugs, if it was a weapon. We have no idea. But he was certainly pushing his luck here, and also stepping on that gas pedal at very high speeds as he made his way through Riverside and LA County, looking for that perfect hiding spot or a perfect place to dump the vehicle. And this is a new one on me. Literally just left the vehicle rolling without anybody behind him. There was no law enforcement on scene out here to even take custody of the stolen Jaguar. So somebody's stolen Jag is now rolling through South LA with nobody in it. I can't say I've seen this before. Meanwhile, that driver is long gone, guys.
Wow, the driver got away.
Nobody hurt. Here comes California Highway Patrol. Look at this. The car is rolling right into traffic. The car appears to be in idle, just rolling through the intersection. Here comes CHP. What are we going to see here? A pit? I mean, God only knows. This is a new one on me, guys. Try and open it up. Is it okay? It's open, and here it comes to an end. Into a pole. Ah, shucks, he says.
I can't believe that suspect got away. So you can get away. You know now, if you go under an underpass and it's busy, you just stop that car and you jump out and you long gone, buddy.
Thank you. Where are we going? Okay.
According to the NCAA,
that driver's long gone.
Still approaching North Texas.
Figure out the spike strip situation. H30 in the slow lane approaching North Texas.
And back on the right-hand shoulder.
Got away.
Passing underneath North Texas Romania campus.
He fucking got away.
H30 on right-hand shoulder passing under North Texas.
West 1960. 1-6 for setup at the Bell if the eastbound on.
1-6. Maybe you see from your last?
H30, we're still continuing eastbound on the right-hand shoulder at about 60.
Copy. Starting continuing eastbound on right-hand shoulder about 60 miles an hour. Can I get an advice from my ground unit primary? We're still in lane. We're waiting for
H30, it sounds like all the units have backed out due to the driving on the shoulder.
10-4, all the units are going to back out.
A stolen truck drove backwards during a dangerous chase through the streets of Los Angeles. Cops say the driver sped through some intersections and at times drove on the wrong side of the road. At one point, it seemed the suspect was cornered at a dead end until this happened.
Oh, better not reverse into those cops right there.
The truck was thrown into reverse and wove through the police cruisers that were trying to stop it.
This is nuts.
Going about 30 miles per hour, the suspect continued to drive backwards through traffic, with officers chasing. It finally spins around the correct direction, only to run into several parked cars.
Oh no, no, no!
The suspect took off on foot while the LAPD chopper shone a light on him. He eventually gave himself up to police. Despite the collisions, authorities say no one was seriously hurt.
This is nuts!
It's a police pursuit of a slow-moving farm tractor. The chase happened in Boone, North Carolina. Police say the suspect behind the wheel of the tractor was driving erratically in a parking lot and trying to hit people.
Juggling multiple client sites? Supercharge your productivity with AI made for agencies. Instantly create unique and compelling cars.
The suspected driver also hit several cars, a dumpster, and a church before hitting the road. Police tried to use stop sticks to bring the tractor to a halt, but they said it didn't work. Then one officer shot at one of the tires. That took out the tire, but didn't entirely stop the fleeing tractor. After driving for some time without a front tire, the driver turned onto a private road and jumped out. He was soon taken into custody. No one was injured throughout the entire ordeal.
You ain't gonna go fast enough in that tractor, idiot.
This is...
Look at that! Whoa! Whoa!
You've never seen a car chase like this. Donuts on rain-soaked streets.
Very dangerous situation for sure.
Standing up in the speeding convertible. High-fiving the culprits who pose for selfies.
Some handshakes going on.
The drama unfolded on live TV for almost 2 hours in, where else? LA.
Whoa! Whoa!
How's this for an only in LA moment?
TMZ, look at the tour truck.
A TMZ tour bus blocked the Mustang. Then a bad guy reaches into the back seat and throws something at the bus. Social media erupted. Even supermodel Chrissy Teigen was caught up in the moment, commenting on Instagram.
The cops are coming!
going! Customers at this restaurant saw the car flash by, then went back to watching it on TV. Check out this video posted online. It's like the O.J. Simpson chase all over again. The chase is being called one of the top 10 most bizarre pursuits in LA history. Police say they showed restraint because they didn't want to endanger civilians.
Whoa, got some spike
I'll be
strips.
back later.